Hello, hello, hello to all of my Scorpios. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. This is your Motivational Monday reading. This reading is for the 6th of February through the 28th of February. This is what you can see coming up. This is what's coming your way, Scorpios. Let's see what your cards have to say. Right now, we're still experiencing the full moon in Leo. We're still experiencing the full moon in Leo. It's usually like 3 days before, 3 days afterwards. So you have an opportunity to be in receiving mode of what sets you apart from other Scorpios, right? So you all are a pretty ambitious sign. You all are pretty intense. And so this gets like God's way of saying, I'm going to show you what sets you apart from other Scorpios. So even if people have had bad run-ins with Scorpios, you're like, I'm not like them. You had that experience with a Scorpio. Let me show you how I'm set apart. Because again, somebody's going to be walking in their life purpose, right? So when you feel like you're walking in your life purpose, that's the beautiful thing about a full moon, is that it gives you an opportunity to fully illuminate your own universe, your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising, your Venus, all the other placements in your birth chart to show you what is your life purpose. What are you here for? Every planetary placement in your universe is working together to help you find your purpose here on earth, right? So let's see what we have here. Here we have the sun card. Your sun sign, you working on your purpose, right? And your judgment card. So it looks like somebody's breaking some kind of a generational chain, breaking some kind of a generational cycle is what I'm seeing here. We also have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles. So it looks like somebody may be getting some kind of an increase in terms of your money, new money coming across your path. And you've worked very hard for this. You work very, very hard for this, Scorpio. So again, you continue investing in yourself. Take off the blindfolds about some things that's in the past. Address it. Heal from it. And it's time to move on. So some things in the past, now not just immediate past, because remember, we're going to close out this month with the last quarter moon in your sign. So remember, your sign digs deep generationally. It digs deep to things that you may have said, I haven't thought about that in years. We're not even going to talk about that right now. Right now, this full moon is a time for protection, protecting your energy, protecting your gift, your life purpose. It's time for healing. It's time for guidance, seeking guidance from source. So this is a great time. You're already a divine feminine sign. You already received messages. Just continue relaxing so source can show you what your life purpose is so that you can operate in that space. So listen, here's the thing where source wants you to heal from your past, because finding out what your life purpose is can also make a person arrogant. It can make them dogmatic and prideful, especially if people from your past have hurt you. It can almost has like a kind of this arrogance, like, despite you trying to hurt me, I'm still, I'm still this, I'm still that. So you couldn't block or stop. You don't want to give any energy to energies that could be hurt themselves in the past, or they may have cut you off. It's like, see, you said I wasn't going to do this and I wasn't going to do that. You're not giving any energy, because that takes away from your life purpose. It's draining, right? Full moon energy can make us feel energized, but on the opposite side of that, it can cause us to feel very low energy, draining, intense emotionally, right? So again, source just wants you to learn, hey, I'm wise now. I should have just stayed focused on my purpose. I should have just stayed focused on my life purpose and at a high frequency. See, what I'm seeing here is that somebody got down off of their throne and they felt very insecure. Maybe you felt insecure about, maybe you felt like a person who you wanted to connect with somebody who felt secure. This is not even about money at this point. Well, it's about Pentacles, which is root chakra, right? So that's where your security lies. That's where your stability lies. And so somebody may have linked up with somebody who they felt to some degree was more stable and grounded than they were. Like maybe this person had unlimited money they could spend, or maybe they, were very deeply rooted in family situations or whatever. And things may not have worked out in the past. But at a higher frequency, when you're breaking generational chains and cycles, you're going to see how blessed your life has always been, because you've always had purpose. So that's what I'm seeing here. So there's no reason for you to go back and say, look at my new person. They look better than this person I was all crying over and shedding tears. You don't have to do all you have to do is just complete this, focus on your purpose here. So I do see some kind of increase in terms of your money coming across your path, because again, deal with past issues in your universe, right? Past issue could be family issues, because you're going to start seeing more and more wealth come your way as you deal with past things. Here we have La Bruja, the High Priestess, the Goddess card, the Ace of Pentacles, the Tower card, El Bobo. So somebody may have felt foolish in the past, but somebody, here we have the High Priestess energy, right? Somebody, okay, the Goddess energy, the Tower card. So somebody is definitely highly spiritually gifted. Like somebody is definitely highly spiritually gifted in the esoteric world. Like this is where, and I've always said this to you guys, is emotionally you guys are the most intelligent sign, right? This is where somebody is working directly. Now, so in a natural sense, you guys will make excellent detectives, right? Because you're able to pick up on inflections in voice. You're able to pick up on energetically a lot of things, right? To kind of sort of get to the root of somebody's emotions. So I'm seeing like this Tower card right here lets me know that there is, as you step into your own life purpose and you're stepping into your gift and seeing that source has been trying to send messages to you that you have Goddess energy, the less foolish you will feel about things that have happened in the past. Like you'll easily shifting gears. Like, you know what, the things that I felt foolish about, remember, somebody could have come in contact with a good witch. Somebody could have come in contact with a healer, a high priestess. And that energy was deposited, just even being close to them, kissing them, hugging them. It may not even been sex involved. You could have come in contact with that energy, and that could have awakened something in your spirit, right? And as far as you're concerned, because nothing is by coincidence, right? So Source is saying to you, you're highly spiritually gifted, and that's also somebody's purpose in life. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. So, and it came out twice. This lets me know that somebody has been working really, really hard on, like, you've earned the money. So you've earned your money. It's not like somebody was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. You earned every dollar of, the wealth that's coming, that's already, I can say already here. I can't say coming your way. But again, congratulations in advance for someone getting the perfect job for you, and there's an increase coming your way. You work very, very hard on this, and it's coming your way. So things are going to happen suddenly for you in your vulnerability. Right here, you're receiving messages, but it's also, this is Tower card is attached to Mars, which is one of your ruling planets, is you have the power to transform, Scorpio. You have the power to transform. So there could be an Aries that you broke away from that that is having a Tower moment, some kind of an awakening, that wow. And the Tower moment is not always a bad thing unless a person isn't ready for an awakening, right? Some people are like, oh my God, this just keeps coming back to me. Why can't I just shake this? So it looks like something you may have felt foolish about in the past, you no longer feel foolish about it. If anything, you're changing courses, you're changing directions from that. Here we have the Nine of Pentacles. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. We also have the Five of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles, and also the Page of Swords. So the anxiety that you may have been feeling about something in the past is going away very, very soon. As soon as you deal with the past hurt, in a very humble way, like you deal with the past hurt, like somebody may have come across my path just to show me, to bring out the gifts in me. Now it makes sense. So that's God. That could be God's way of saying to you, okay, they were only meant to be in my life for a short period of time. So now I can move on from something. Now I can finally move on, right? We have the Five of Cups, which lets me know that somebody has been lamenting over something. There could have been a lot of tears, a lot of water, because we're talking about like a lot of emotions like rain. But rain, like water, period, as we move from one season of our lives to the next, just like in nature, what usually happens, something having to do with water, rain, sleet, hail, snow, ice, something having to do with water helps us to move from one phase. You know that we're moving from season to season. So this is what so there could have been like one last cry over something, but I need to go ahead and ascend higher. Here we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Again, Ace of Pentacles came out 3 times. So somebody's been working triple hard to focus on their spiritual gifts. Remember, there was not a chance meeting. You could have met somebody who was practicing good witchcraft, not bad witchcraft. You could have met somebody who was a healer, who is a healer themselves. It was, and it really, that energy is very, very sensitive. They pick up on everything, just very much like you as a detective. But guess what? It played a role in you becoming a better, whatever your job title is, and being able to better sniff out emotions, like go deeper in your emotions, was also going to mean go deeper in your money, in your relationships with people. Not so somebody can come across as negative, but somebody can come across as like, I'm not phased by X, Y, and Z. I can do my job because I'm not. It doesn't turn my stomach. I can move forward. That's not going to drain me. I'm able to quickly identify energy leaks, and I'm moving on. Right. So you could have come across the path of a healer who may have said, saw something on you that was keeping them from their life purpose. Meaning that you could have had a lot of heaviness on you. They could have saw darkness on you. Maybe you work in a type of a job where they didn't see something happening to you. Like they could see like people looking for you or trying to harm you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Again, which would have kept them from their own light. And so they may have needed to move on. But God kept them in your life long enough to awaken your spiritual gifts. So again, I'm saying financial independence and legacy wealth. Somebody's spiritual gifts is a part of your legacy. So meaning that when your name will be synonymous with your gift is what I'm seeing here. So if you're a detective or you're doing something in law enforcement, it's like you tapped into those psychic gifts. Like how in the heck does Scorpio know that? Or if you're a musician, how are they able to have perfect pitch and tone? How are they able to hear those things, right? Hear that sound travel. If you're a chef, it's like something is perfect because again, you pick up on energy so well. You're picking up on theirs, you're picking up on the room, and it's making somebody wealthier and wealthier and wealthier. So here we have the Queen of Wands. So I see somebody feeling happy, charismatic, and free just because again, your chance encounter with somebody who helped to awaken something in you. So you can forgive whomever. Like I said before, you can take the blindfolds off and say, you know what, I forgive whomever because now it's starting to make sense. That's why with the blindfolds off, I can forgive you and I can see, okay, God, that's why you sent those energies across my path so it can awaken something in me. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else we got going on here so we can go ahead and close out your reading, Scorpios. Again, happy Motivational Monday. Happy Motivational Monday. So yeah, you don't have to carry the heaviness of frustration and anger, with somebody when there was a purpose of sending certain energies across your path to help to awaken your gifts within you. Some people teeter in between. I'm not supposed to be listening to tarot because I still go to church. But guess what? A lot of spiritual leaders call us. That would, debunk that myth. But then also this reading, you can do your own research. A lot of spiritual leaders, a lot of psychics actually help world leaders in making decisions about things. You can read the Bible and get if it's religion, you can get a study Bible. You can also Google gemstones, crystals, tarot reading as it relates to the Bible. Like you can take action, do your own research so that you don't feel like, okay, I'm so stuck on how come that person came across my path and why can't I just get that energy out of my universe, out of my water? Because it was only supposed to be for a short period of time. Somebody picked up on something on you like, wow, there's a depth of emotion that could make them very, very wealthy, but they still got some toxins in their water. When you got toxins in your water, it makes you come across as being highly manipulative and like you're holding on to secrets. And so you're going to have to start flushing out toxic water so that you can be better at just life in general and you can clearly see your purpose. Remember, water would flush away all of that. I can't see what my purpose is. I feel like there's a blockage. What's going to flush it out? Water. Get near water, a beach, a stream, a pond, a lake. Listen to sacral chakra music. You're a water sign, so that's how you recharge, is by water, right? Two of Swords again. Somebody was in some deep denial about some past hurts. You can look at it as like a recent hurt. Oh, this person broke my heart and I can't believe X, Y, and Z. Or you can go all the way back to your past life. Go back to your past life. So what's going to help you with that is finding out what your life purpose is, meaning that, in short, what am I excited about? When I wake up every single day and I know that I got this, and this on my list to do, I'm excited about these two things, but this thing right here is draining. The thing that's draining, now I need to find a way to either make it work for me or release it. And if I like these two things, but it's not making me the kind of money I need to make, then I need to go online and figure out how to monetize it. That's why so many people have been able to resign from their jobs and figure out ways to make triple, quadruple what they were making working for somebody else. So whatever it is, it's all in just telling Source. Just say, Source, thank you in advance for sending people across my path that's going to help me rebuild my foundation, my legacy, right? That's what we're talking about, the 10 of Pentacles. That's your legacy wealth, right? Here we have the Empress card. So there could be a baby somewhere. Somebody could have recently had a baby or thinking about having a baby. But even if there's no baby involved, Scorpio, you can be a new grandparent. Something happening to do with abundance and prosperity on the other side, contributing to your legacy. So even if there's not a baby involved, Scorpio, there is we're talking about abundance with your prosperity and your prosperity and abundance. Again, meaning new energies could come across your path that's going to give you some creative ideas to make more money, right? More money. So you don't even need to sit around and ruminate over this. All you need to do is be in receiving mode on this full moon phase, being receiving mode of what Source is trying to show you, what energizes you when it comes to your life purpose and what drains you. That's it. I mean, it really is that. It sounds simple, but somebody needs to get a good cry, like get it out, replenish with water, and say, okay, now I need to get rooted and grounded. I need to get locked in, laser focused, right? So we have the Magician card. Magician card lets me know that there's messages that are coming through, clear messages that are coming through. No and, ifs, or buts. Very clear messages that are coming through from Source. Let's see what else we got going on here, Scorpio, so we can get ready to close out your reading. Let's see what else we got going on so we can go ahead and close out your reading. Let's see what we got going on so we can close out your reading. Here we have connect with the earth. So somebody needs to take a walk, get rooted and grounded. Here, this Pentacles is earth energy, right? This is where you're becoming more abundant, where you're becoming more stable and grounded, where you are. Somebody feels like, okay, I'm working the perfect job for me. I'm highly spiritually gifted. I feel like I feel like I pick up on things easily. It's just like they just come to me. People are like, oh my God, how did you know that? Like, you just seem so tapped in because it was some kind of encounter that somebody had access to your universe. And that was a transference of that, right? It was just an awakening for somebody. Like, this is your gift, and they didn't even have to tell you. They could have said to you, you know what, you're highly intuitive. But if you were kind of sort of closed off and shut down, they didn't get a chance to say that. It was something that they saw on your spirit that was like, okay, something is causing somebody's foundation to be out of alignment. And certainly somebody's threatening you, could cause somebody, foundation to be out of alignment, or somebody's looking for you or trying to harm you in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion from your past could cause that out of alignment. But your spiritual gifts, like I said before, are making room for you. And so somebody had a chance encounter with somebody that you may have felt like, okay, I'm shutting down. I'm not dating anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm tired of being hurt. I'm tired of my heart being hurt. I'm just tired of it. But somebody came across your path. God allows somebody to come across your path to actually make you better. So however long they stayed there is for however long God needed them to be there to impart that wisdom and knowledge into your spirit and then roll out. If they're still there, great. But if they're not, thanks Source for their time in your life. Thank you. I got what I needed to get, and let me move on. So yeah, so Source wants you to connect with the earth, get grounded, get rooted and grounded. So maybe you go outside and do some grounding. Maybe you go outside and you do some grounding, but nevertheless, like I said before, I do see, somebody being very, very wealthy, and your name being synonymous with things. And remember, your name being synonymous with things could mean that somebody has said they had bad experiences with you, but it also is part of your legacy. Like when you think about bridges that you've driven across, that bridge had a name. The schools that you went to had a name. And if somebody does research, they're going to find good information and bad information. But is that going to break your foundation? That's going to get somebody to knock your school down or take the statue down or whatever? No. Nope. Your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah, your dreams need a practical plan, which lets me know that Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is the planet of love, and it's a planet of pleasure in all of your relationships, working relationships, friendships, romantic relationships. Like everything about you just says, I am loved and I'm pleased with every part of my life. And that's the only energy. When people come to me, that's what they're getting. That's the drink of water that they're getting from me is love, self-love, forgiveness. I love everybody, but if your energy is trying to drain my energy from me seeing my purpose in life, I'm going to have to release you in what? In love, right? So, yeah, so let's see what your number is, and let's go ahead and get ready to close this out. Let's see what your number is, and then your affirmation card. Number is an affirmation card. 1111, I am awakening. There we go. Somebody's awakening to their spiritual gifts. So there's no such thing as people coming, past our chance and happenstance. There's no such thing as coincidence. When you walk into a gas station, you were meant to be there at that particular time, and it was meant for those particular people to be in there at that particular time. Like somebody really needs to read a lot of books on this, because I'm telling you, it's going to seem like everything just comes to you so easy emotionally. Like somebody's going to look at you like, okay, like a double-edged sword, like that person is a master manipulator, but everything just seems to work out for them. And it's not that you're a master manipulator. You are just not afraid to go to the depth, to the end, to the depth of the ocean of your emotions, but you're also not afraid to see the darkness and the light within other people, right? So nothing is going to shock you or surprise you. You're just like, oh, okay, not a big deal, but you'll help them find the light within themselves. Here we have the universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and helping you to wake up to who you truly are. That's it. I'm telling you, it's not by coincidence that somebody met somebody and that their spirit opened up something in you, whether you realize it or not. Remember, time is relative. So it could have happened last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that you met somebody's like, I just knew that was the one, and it didn't work out. It was meant for them to be in your life for that particular time and move on, because they finished their assignment there and it was time for them to move on. So you don't want to hold any grudges and be frustrated with anything, especially if they're still in your life. They still have access to you. It's time to really open up, like broaden your spiritual journey. Let's pull one last card and let's close it out, Scorpios. Let's pull one last card and close it out. But yeah, we'll talk more about the last quarter moon in Scorpio as we move closer and closer to the 13th of this month. But right now, you just want to start focusing on what you get excited about. Like, whew, you know what? When I think about, every time an idea comes to your mind, I got to do that. Whatever your job title is, if you're excited about it. But here we go. Affirmations for prosperity. Here we go. I am determined to win. I am diligent. I am defeating the odds. I am warrior strong. I summon my highest self to take control today. I invest my time wisely. I am persistent. That's it. I am persistent. That's what it is. Like I said, somebody's breaking some kind of generational cycles and chains. Judgment is in somebody's favor so that your reputation and your foundation isn't ruined. It's amazing to me how, and this is I'm speaking of multiverses here. On one hand, somebody didn't realize that there was an energy that came across their path, which was not by coincidence, that was helping to awaken your spiritual gifts so that intuitively you can go deeper than you've ever gone before, right? But in that moment of vulnerability, that could have been draining for you when people were trying to throw stones and darts and everything to hurt you, trying to do stuff behind your back. It was bouncing off of this energy field, which is source, and it was hitting them back with the same force that they sent your way. So while you were kind of sort of trying to make it all make sense and realize like, oh, okay. But that same energy, is making somebody very wealthy. When you're able to tie those things together, that okay, now it makes sense why that person who is a good witch, or somebody who reads cards, or somebody who is a spiritual leader, all of this starting to make sense to me now, like why I'm coming in contact with these things and broadening my horizon. So I'm not afraid of X, Y, and Z anymore. All of it is spiritual. We're all divine spiritual beings, who are having a human experience. So you don't have to say anything negative about church, just like you don't have to say anything negative about readers or witches, or anything about the esoteric world. It was just broadening somebody's horizon. So if people came into your life for a short period of time, God, thank you. Thank you. I may not have known why they came across my path at the time that they did, but thank you that they came across my path. Obviously, they dropped off a gift, and so thank you, and I'm moving forward. And the gift was just an awakening. It was just an awakening, like, and that was it. So, let's see what else we have here. This is what we have for you, Scorpio. So thank you for joining me. Like I said before, a lot of movement was going on in your universe. The main thing here is just being able to forgive people from your past, even your past life. If you were hurt, some is like one of the things that coming down. Like some people came from families that were, open to receiving messages from the other side, maybe connecting with, like, had an ancestral altar or something like that. Maybe you didn't understand that. Maybe you were like, okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. Let me get rooted and grounded in religion. And this is reopening something for you, right? Remember, these energies are highly sensitive to energies. Sensitivity is a gift. But if you don't know how to use your gift properly, it can feel like a burden, and it can cause you to seem very dark in your energy. It can cause you to feel very negative in your energy. And so Source had to send somebody across your path that you felt like hurt you, not for the purpose of you sit there with blindfolds on and be in denial. This is for the purpose of you opening up and saying, I need to open up that portal. I need to forgive whomever from the past who I feel like hurt me. Could have been recently, could have been family hurt, whatever. And recognize that I am highly spiritually gifted. None of this is from by luck. There's a lot of people that worked as hard as I did, but they didn't last. So why me? Why was I the one that was chosen? Right? So Source keeps sending energies across your path that's helping you to awaken to your higher self and just be in receiving mode of it. That's what I have for you. And all the other stuff that's draining you, it has to go. That's what I have for you. And I'll see you on Midweek Wednesday. Bye.